Mark Twain supposedly once said, "Everyone talks about the weather, but nobody does anything about it." And as our planet and all of us face warming temperatures, a project that links big data to local warnings, satellites to smartphones, is showing us there's a way to get out ahead of another kind of killer weather: heat waves.
What happens to the human body when you get too hot? Once you run out of water, your core temperature goes up, you go into heat stress, and if you don't have medical attention, you die. It's as simple as that.
In a 2003 heat wave, 70,000 people in 12 European nations died. In 2010, in Russia alone, a heat wave killed 55,000 people.
How do people think about heat waves? It's the ones that get you unaware, suddenly occur. Go back 2006 in Paris, and 6,000 people died. But there they have very little air conditioning. And a lot of old people died principally because they became dehydrated inside their buildings. Places like India, they are well aware that each year there are going to be some type of heat waves. And you have what's happened in Gujarat, in Ahmedabad, where people say, let's do something about it.
Ahmedabad, India, capital of Gujarat state in the dry and arid northwest. It's one of the world's fastest growing cities. People, cars, and livestock fill the streets. There's new construction and luxury condos along with slums and sparse vegetation. It's also very, very hot.
It is going to be 45 degrees next week.
Temperatures during the summer months can reach up to 116 degrees. Extreme conditions can last for days.
Heat really is a silent killer. What happens is, when the heat goes above a certain threshold, the ability of a population to cope with the extreme temperature, it goes down.
गर्मी लगती है बहुत ज़्यादा, पानी की प्यास लगती है, ज़्यादा तबीयत खराब हो जाती है, उसमें कमला भी हो सकता है और भी बीमारियां हो जाती है, तो उससे अपन को बचना पड़ता है.
A significant fraction of our population is more vulnerable because of where they live, because of the kind of conditions they live in, and because of the kind of exposures they have.
In 2010, Ahmedabad was hit by a killer heat wave. More than 1,300 people died during the month of May.
Our research has shown that on a normal day when there may be about 100 deaths in the city of Ahmedabad, that number of deaths almost shot up to 3 times as much.
Ahmedabad responded, mixing technology with community engagement. They realized that a health and heat early warning system was key. Inform and empower people before a heat wave strikes and lower the risks.
The communication to the public is the biggest challenge.
By using mobile technology and mobilizing the community, Ahmedabad created a unique and effective pilot project.
If the same message had to be passed on to so many people through a simple method of word of mouth, it's almost impossible. So therefore, the technology is the magnifier. One good thing is we have a high penetration of mobiles in our city. Almost everybody, whether it's poor or rich, they have access to mobile.
So the Heat Action Plan uses text messages and billboards and in-person outreach, as well as social media. Up until 2016, the communication chain started with forecasts provided by Georgia Tech.
We developed forecasts up to 7 days of the probability of exceeding these different thresholds. And so the higher the probability, the greater the risk, if you would like, of the terrible effects of heat.
Based on that alert, we have a complete network system with the professionals, the stakeholders, the hospitals, and the health staff and everybody who get the message immediately, and they're supposed to perform an action thereafter to pass on this message and start preventive strategies.
Dr. Tejas Shah is the city's point person for the outreach process.
On the basis of the temperature, we classifies the upcoming days into yellow alert day, orange alert day, or hot red alert day.
When citizens visit a city office, they're asked to volunteer their mobile number.
0.5 million people we have of the numbers, so where you can straight away we blast SMS to them.
The latest addition is WhatsApp, a text messaging service that makes it easy to reach large groups of people simultaneously. It's free, and nearly everyone with a smartphone in India has it.
I think nowadays it's WhatsApp and nothing else.
The text message says that next 7 days are going to be very hot. Temperature will be from 41 to 44 degrees. So take proper care. Make all the arrangements so that you can protect people from heat exposure and sunstroke.
Ahmedabad's heat action plan proved its value during its pilot phase. In the historic heat wave of 2015 that killed 2,300 across the nation, Ahmedabad saw only 20 heat-related deaths.
And we believe that a part of that can be attributed to the heat action plan being in place and the city being more prepared to save its citizens' lives.
We can do nothing about changing the weather. We can ameliorate the impacts. Communications have improved so much that we live in a society that is interconnected to a degree we never expected.